What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Whole Life of Baezy. And today, I got ready. I'm looking really cute, really sexy. Naughty, naughty girl. but for real though, I am so excited to tell you guys about this one because I guess a lot of people care to know. So, I guess I'm excited to tell. Um, but yeah, the topic of today is my first interracial experience. Um, so my and I'm gonna go with tears with this, like because there's so many different things you could say about that, like what experience. So if we're gonna go off experiences, I guess I'm just gonna go off of like the basic ones. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go off of the basic ones. Um, so basically, I'm just gonna start with the first interracial experience I had down the line, and it's gonna correlate. It's gonna snap together when I tell the whole thing. So, my first experience giving head so happened to be the first interracial experience that I had sexually. My first time giving head. So I ended up like sucking some dick. I think I was 18, maybe. Maybe I was 18. But basically, like I said, I think I told you guys this story before, but I'm gonna tell you guys again. I was literally working at Blaze Pizza, right? And then I was dating or talking, flirting with one of my coworkers. We're gonna name him Pizza Man. And Pizza Man and I used to flirt all the time. He would drop me off at home, but I had never had sex, never been fingered, never sucked dick, never received dick, put dick in my mouth, ate pussy, didn't do any of that, okay? None of that. I was pure virgin. I was also 18. So, I'm, chilling. And he was like, you want me to take you home? Because I didn't have a car. And I was like, yeah, I do. So on my way home, he like stops at Wendy's because we were talking about like head. And I was like, yeah, I've never given anybody head. I don't know how the conversation came up. But I was just like, yeah, I've never given anybody head. And he was like, you want to try? And I was like, maybe. But I was like nervous as fuck. So he like whips into the fucking Wendy's, pulls in the park. He's sitting in the parking lot, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, I don't really know how to do this. And he was just like, you just do it. And I was like, just do it. Like, what do you mean, just do it? So I'm like, I want to do it right. I'm telling him like, I don't want to fuck up. Like, I'm not trying to give out shitty head, right? Like, who the fuck wants to give out shitty head? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch a video. I'm gonna fucking watch a video, and I feel like that's gonna be the best teacher. Okay, so I pull out my phone. He right there. His dick's hard in his hand. Dick's right. Dick's in his hand, sitting here, and I'm pulling up porn on my phone. I'm like, I'm looking at girls sucking dick, and I'm like, damn, how the fuck are they doing like that? That looks pretty intricate. It does not look like no amateur beginner shit. So I'm looking at him, he looking at me, I'm looking at the phone, he looking at him looking at the phone, looking at me, I'm looking at him. A lot was going on, man. So I'm like, fuck, like this, the porn ain't helping, the porn ain't helping. So I call the sluttiest person I know. We're gonna call him D. I call up D. D was actually younger than me. D was like 15, 16, 15 or 16. And me and D had been friends for like 2 years. So I knew D when I was 16 and they were young as fuck. We actually met on Fortnite. We met on Fortnite. But me and D have been friends for years. And I was like, shit, D, like, I need help learning how to suck dick. D's like, you just put it in your mouth and use both of your hands and jerk it off. And I was like, really? Like, you just use your hands? She's like, yeah, just go up and fucking down, put it in your mouth, and use your hands. So I'm like, damn, dude, that shit sounds hard as hell. I'm like, can you sit on the phone and help me? He's sitting there like looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like, can you help me? And she's all like, bro, just fucking do it. And I'm like, fuck. Like I'm panicking because I'm like, this shit ain't easy. Like I'm scared I'm gonna do it wrong. He's just like, just try it. And I was like, all right, D, I'm gonna call you back. So I fucking, we in a car still. So, I leaning over, put the dick in my mouth. Dick's not even big, man. Dick's probably like 4.5 inches. I just put it all the way down. Like I didn't need my hands. I think at one point I was like doing this with my hands because like there was no wrapping because it wasn't big enough for me to wrap. I would have put the whole dick in my hand. So I was like, and I was just going up and down with my mouth like, like it was not my best work. I'll tell you right now. I definitely sucked dick 30 million times better than that. But yeah, I did that for about like 5 minutes, and then after that, I stopped. And I was like, "How was it?" And he was like, "It was good." And I was like, "Cool." He was like, "Want to go again?" And I was like, "No." And then he drove me home. So that was my first time giving head. Um, was not my best work. But it was with a white man. Okay. My second interracial experience that's also very significant would be my first time losing my virginity. My first time losing my virginity, I also told you guys this, but I got on Tinder and I was looking for guys to take my virginity because I was 18, 9 months, and I was just done with waiting. I just wanted to have sex, get it over with. I was already in college, and all my friends were having sex. So I was like, fuck, I've never even had sex. Like, yeah, when I met my best friend, I was a fucking virgin. Wow. I'm shook right now. Sorry. Like, I was just a little taken back at myself that when I met my best friend, he knew me from the time I was a fucking pure virgin till like to now, where I'm like the bussiest freak of them all. Wow. I'm my head is doing a 360 spin. Is doing a 360 fucking spin. But anyway, um back into the story, sorry. So I was on the Tinder in my best friend's room looking for guys to take my virginity. And I was in his dorm, and he was like, "Bro, like, this shouldn't even be your biggest issue." Like, and I'm like, I don't know why the fuck it's so hard. So then I fucking find this guy after 12 guys told me no. And sorry for the people who are not visual right now, I'm drinking liquor. Um, but we're gonna call him Church Boy. He was the preacher's son. He was white, and he said he would fuck me and take my virginity. So I was like, "Say less. Would you know when you're free?" He was like, "Now." So his ass pulls up, I think in his fucking dad's church truck or something. I don't fucking know. Car, I don't fucking know. But he pulled up. It was middle of the night. We couldn't fuck in my room because I had my roommate there. Because mind you, I was living in the dorms. So he takes me to the parking lot at my school. I was at college. And he gets in the back. He asked me to get in the back. He get in the back. He sits there. He asked me to get on top and ride. I'm like, get on top and ride? God damn, that's a lot of fucking work. And then mind you, I had never had sex. So I really thought riding dick was hard. Like now, I could ride dick for an hour. It's no problem. But back then, I'm thinking riding dick is about to take my fucking. They might as well snap them off. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta ride dick. I gotta ride dick. Fuck. So I'm sitting here like, okay. I get on top. Mind you, I didn't know that you needed lubricant. I didn't know you needed to spit on the dick if there was no foreplay, because there was no foreplay. He just told me to get on top. So I'm trying to put the dick in. My pussy's dry as fuck. his dick's dry as fuck because he has this condom on, so that's just dry as fuck. And he's sitting there. I finally get it down. Could barely fucking feel it. His dick was really skinny. I couldn't really feel that. It might have been 6 inches, but it was really skinny. So I just started doing basic trash writing, and he was almost about to come, and he was recording it. He actually asked me to record my first time. Shout out to him. That was actually a good idea. That video sells for a lot. But I'm recording my first time and shit, and I'm just like, at this point, I don't want to do the writing anymore. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. So he was like, okay, bend over. So I bend over. He starts like fucking me from the back. I could really feel that shit too. And he comes in like 2 minutes. The video was very short, very fucking short. So I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, after all said and done, he was like, all right, that was amazing. And I was like, yeah, it was all right. He was like, did you like it? I was like, it was okay. He was like, was it worth it? I was like, I just need to get it over with. Told him that. So he takes me back to my room, and that was the start of the hoeing me because he wouldn't consistently fuck me. He was on some bullshit. So I was like, I'm just gonna hit up some other people. So I started hitting up other hoes. And then I just kept fucking. But the point was, my first person to lose my virginity to, well, the only person to lose my virginity to, he was white. First person that whose dick I sucked, they were white. And we got one more story. One more story. My first scene, because like I said, this was a general question. My first interracial experience. So my last one that I would think is pretty significant would be my first real relationship. Because for me, I'll tell you guys a cool fact about me. I grew up in an isolated ass home. So like my parents didn't let me really go outside. I didn't hang out with people, didn't really go to parties. I didn't really do anything. I just sat on the game and played the game. So I grew up on the internet, super fucking nerd, as you guys can fucking tell. But with all that being said and done, that was another reason why I was a fucking virgin. I had never dated a guy in real life. I had never really touched a guy, been around a guy alone, like nothing, like literally nothing. And my parents made sure of that shit. So because of that, I was so, relationship wise, I was so behind. I didn't, so the first time of me dating somebody in real life was in college, and I was 19, and I was on a dating app again, and I saw this guy. We're gonna call him Theater, and he said he wanted to hang out. We hung out, watched anime. The next day, he like spent a night, and the next day, he woke up, and we fucked. And I had never been fucked like that in my life. And at the time, maybe I've had better dick. I don't know. Haven't fucked him in like 3 years. But I'd never been fucked like that. I'd never came from a man like ever at that point. So I was like shook that somebody could fuck like that. So I was like fucking him several times that day, the second day. And then he went home, and then he came back the next day, and he just spent the night for a week. And he would go home and go get stuff and then come back again. But we literally spent a week together, the first time of us meeting. And then after a week, he told me he loved me and he wanted to date. And he wrote it in a note. And I was like, damn, this is like the best dick I've ever had. He's cute as fuck. And we're always hanging out. I love you too. I love you too. Ah! So I'm fucking, dating him. And that was literally my first boyfriend. And then, yeah, I mean, that wasn't a good relationship. But it was good until it wasn't. Okay, guys, it was good until it wasn't. That's how it is with the Pisces, man. It's good until it isn't. But yeah, I mean, that was my first real boyfriend. He was white, and he fucked the shit out of me. Just thinking about, I mean, any guy that I've dated except for one in real life, except for one, fuck the shit out of me. Sorry for the moment of silence, but I just had to think about that myself. All the girls I dated in real life, fuck the shit out of me. Fuck the shit out of me. So, looks like I'm gonna go roll. They might not look the best, they might be psychotic, but fuck the shit out of me. But on to questions. On to fucking questions. So first question is, if a guy spends crazy money on you, are you obligated to have sex with him? So if he like spends a lot of money, buys stuff for you, maybe, flies you out, whatever, are you obligated to have sex with him? My answer, no, absolutely not. And let me tell you why. I always put my boundaries and tell people what my boundaries are, what I'm looking for, what to expect day one. So if you decide to spend money after that, that's on you. Who told you to do that? Who told you to do that? Like, if I tell you we're gonna be online dating, but no physical touch, you're not fucking me, and you decide to give me $10,000, that's your choice. But just because you gave me $10,000 doesn't mean automatically it's time for me to bust it open. Now, if I want to bust it open, sure. But am I obligated? Absolutely fucking not. I have guys I do meetups with, and they take me out on dates, and they pay me a lot of money, and I don't fucking fuck them. I had a guy give me $3,000 to take me and my best friend to David Buster's. I didn't fuck that man. I gave him a hug. He knew we weren't fucking. So it doesn't matter how much money you blow. That's on you. That is on you. Nobody told you to do that. Now, if you spent all this money on her, you fly her out and pay for all of her stuff, you get her hotel and stuff, and you expect to fuck because you're there or something, that's still not good. You should ask her up front, what are you expecting to do? What are your intentions? And then ask her, like, you should be comfortable enough to ask somebody, can you fuck, if you're spending all this fucking money and flying them out and giving them hotel rooms. Now, don't obviously be like, are we gonna fuck? Like, there's ways to say it, but you should know that. Like, don't just guess and then have your hopes up high spending your money if that's what it takes for you to spend your money sex. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. My next question is the Velma show. Somebody said the Velma show. Me personally, I haven't seen it. I just heard about it. I thought people were just doing Scooby Doo because they just like Scooby Doo so much lately. I didn't know that she fucking dropped her own show. Leave me alone about my bone, guys. I know it's dirty. Okay, I know it's dirty. But anyway, yeah, I didn't know Shorty had her own show, so that's interesting. I'm probably gonna watch it when I get a chance. I have a lot of anime to watch. Hopefully she's a fucking adult, because the amount of nude Velma cosplays I've seen, I hope her ass is a fucking adult. Okay. Next question. It is dating. They want me to talk about dating in modern day time, like right now, and hookup culture. So I feel like the dating now is like trash. Not very good. I feel like a lot of people are out to deceive and take. Like, it's all about what can I get, what can I get, what can I get. Before, everybody was like, we can do this, girl. Now it's, bitch, I'ma do it. I got it. What you got for me? Give me money. Like, why are the guys not, I love this. I would do anything for you. Like, now it's, bitch, I just want to fuck. Like, everybody just want to fuck. Like, it's cool to fuck, but like, all of y'all just want to fuck random people and not build no connections. You just want to be connectionless. Like, I just feel like, and then it blows me because everybody's trying to manipulate. Like, just tell the truth. I feel like back then they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm a hoe. Yeah, I ain't trying to, I ain't trying to have no babies. Yeah, I don't want a relationship. I'm not ready." Now they're just like, "Yeah, I actually am," just so they can fuck, just so you can fuck. Like, come on now. Like, y'all lying about the marriage. Like, I know people have been lying about being married, but back then, at least they fuck. I'm pretty sure back then people were a little more truthful about being fucking married. Now, y'all, this the scheming, the fucking lying, the cheat. I feel like it's went up. Can't take a lot of people serious. A lot of people are not looking for seriousness, and it makes me. I don't care if you're not looking for the seriousness. Just be honest. But it's just crazy about the amount of how many people don't. It's okay to get your journey, alone, but everybody, damn, it's a lot of people. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fucking people. But my last question actually is, how does music affect my day? So if I'm listening to some pop that pussy, pop that ass, I'm getting lit. I'm dancing. I'm like in the car, and then I start listening to that "A Night Off" by Drake. Spending every moment in the studio. I never said it'd be fair. Like, that shit get me in my mood. Like, I'll be like, and then if I'm listening to that "I Hate Life," then I'm like, I'll be bopping. Like, that should be bopping. I should be like, yeah, fuck my life. Fuck everything. I hate it. And I'm listening to rock, and I'm like, listen to King for a Day. Please won't you push me in for the last time? So I'll be like, just some more. Like, I guess I just be happy all fucking day. Today I was listening to old music, some 90s, 2000s, and I was like, like, that shit was getting me in my mood. So, the only time I'm really sad is when I'm sad. But the music get me dancing. I guess it helps me. Every time that I have anxiety attacks, I listen to Janae Aiko's song called "Trigger Mantra Protection," and it's very calming, and it always helps me. So if anybody has anxieties, you should actually listen to that. It's literally a song specifically for, like, to help you calm down. I would play it, but copyright. But it's a very good song. You guys should really listen to it. But other than that, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on my first interracial experience. Let's look at me up close. Damn, I look hot. But I will see you guys next week. Make sure to be you, truly you, and always you. If you don't, you're fake as rat. Ah! You're big as rat. I love you guys. Goodbye.